Hi, good evening, everyone. So, welcome to today's session to learn more about air purifier. So, there are a few topics that we're going to discuss today. So, by the way, my name is Min Tian. I guess all of you know me already. I am also Amway contract trainer on home tech product, which include the Atmosphere Sky and also eSpring. So, whereby I represent Amway Malaysia to go around in entire Malaysia to educate the ABO and also customer on how to choose the right air purifier and also to compare the brand. Yeah, so I want to do some self-introduction in how I got involved in selling air purifier. I remember 10 years ago when I first started Amway, I was still at the age of 24, fresh graduate. So basically I have no money, and one unit of air purifier cost me the entire month of my salary. So of course I couldn't afford it. And number two, I didn't need the air purifier because my wife and I, we rent a room in Johor Bahru, and we have no allergy, we have no rhinitis, we have no problems. So we don't need that air purifier. But in the end, we bought because we want to build the business. That is the reason that we bought the air purifier. And I remember very clearly, my first unit of air purifier, I sold it to my mother-in-law, which is a Huyin mother. So I was a very good, I am still a very good son-in-law. So always I talk to my mother-in-law, and then she is looking for one air purifier. So I told her Amway is selling air purifier, and then I give her the feature. She asked me the price, and then it's a done deal. It's an easy deal. She bought the first unit. And then the second unit of air purifier, I bought it for myself as an investment to build the Amway business. Yeah, so from there onwards, we start to explore and learn about the features, the benefits, on the tips of selling the air purifier. And then in my group, we started to sell air purifier. So today's session, there are a few topics that I want to... Can you guys hear me clearly? Okay, can. If not, someone can please tell me if you cannot hear me clearly. Okay. If only one or two lagging, that means it's not my side lagging. Okay, so I will continue. So just now I was talking about the second unit. The second unit is I invest it for myself. So which is where I want to bring to you about my presentation. So it's so important for you to start to invest for yourself. Because of this story that I have heard, and I find it so relevant. It applies to any product to the Amway business, which is called the first prize lottery. So there's this young gentleman that always hope to strike lottery. So every night before he go to bed, he will pray to the God that he want to win first prize lottery. He tell the God, please give me to win first prize lottery. Satu kali cukup, one time enough already, just give me to win first prize lottery. So after he so sincerely pray for many days, finally the God came down, and the God tell him, I can give you first prize lottery, but first you have to buy your lottery ticket first. Then only you got a chance to win lottery. So this story is the same for me to tell all of you. I know all of you are excited about Amway promotion on the Atmosphere Sky, because never before Amway can save more than 1,000 ringgit to buy air purifier. 1,000 from member price, deduction of 1,000 ringgit. I think never before Amway has this kind of promotion. Yeah, but this is the best time. But we are so eager. We want to sell air purifier. We want to promote. Yeah, but it's important for us to invest it ourselves first. Can I continue? Yeah, because some of you are saying that there's lagging from my side. I don't think the video is affecting. Because I'm already using my mobile data. Okay, so we always want to look for people who need it and people who can afford it. So these two is your criteria. People who need it, people who have some situation, they have eczema, They are scared of the virus. They have influenza. They have a rhinitis problem. There's asthma problems. They have breathing difficulty. So these are the category of people who need it, who want the product. And of course, people who need it also, people must be able to afford it. So I will show you the breakdown of the calculation to make it very affordable. Even a student who are renting a room will be able to afford it if you know how to break the cost down. Okay, so why do we need an air purifier? Because we want to improve indoor air quality, we want to reduce allergens, we want to reduce airborne viruses, especially now we are also scared of coronavirus and influenza. Okay, so next I want to play with you on this video about our dust mites. So many of us, we didn't know how the dust mite actually live with us and sleep with us on a daily basis. So let's watch the video.
などの微粒子を特殊なカメラで映し出そうというのです。塵や埃を完全シャットアウトしたクリーンルームに川島さんからお借りした布団を運び込み、寝る時の動きを再現します。果たしてこちらが特殊カメラの映像。動きだけで一気に胞子を含む微粒子が舞い上がりました。すごいです。布団に入ってもそれは漂い続け、寝返りを打つとさらに舞い上がります。
So this is conducted in Japan to show us actually there are a lot of dust and a lot of particles in our room, especially when we actually go to bed, when we lie down on a pillow. So all these dust particles started to flow and then go into our breathing system. So we can also see our children, ourselves, tend to be more sensitive towards the nose when the time we sleep. So sometimes throughout the day, we breathe okay, we feel okay, but the moment when we lie down on the bed, we start to feel itchy, start to feel breathing difficulty because of the particles. So with an effective air purifier, it can help to reduce all these problems. Yeah. So next thing is I want to also talk about there are many suppliers selling air purifier. So this one we have to acknowledge. In fact, there are more than 10 suppliers selling air purifier. So we would like to say they are all not the same. They are all air purifier, but they are all not the same. So how do we compare? We compare about how the unit treat the air, what kind of technology they use. And in terms of technology, we also try to compare about the CADR, the filtration rate, how fast it can filter, the coverage area, and the types of contaminants that this unit can remove. And of course, price is also important, but certainly price is not everything that our customer need. We acknowledge that price is very, very important, but price is not the only thing that our customer want to know. We want to look at the maintenance, the after sales, and how long this unit can perform. Yeah. So this is how our breathing system works. So sometimes particle go into our breathing system. We will tend to sneeze because we actually sneeze out the big particle. But if the particle is so small, it will go deep into our breathing system, go right into our alveoli, which is the smallest particles in our lungs. And this can cause a lot of problems like breathing problems. So Amway uses a 3-stages filtration system, including the pre-filter to trap the big particles. And then also we have a HEPA filter, which are able to track everything that is not bigger than this 0.0027 micron in size. So this including all the particles, harmful things like viruses and bacteria and all the harmful contaminants. Okay, and imagine this is a brand new HEPA filter. This is one that after use for 4 to 5 years. So if you look at this right side, if you zoom in, you can see there are a lot of particles being trapped in this HEPA filter. So if we don't use a good air purifier, we are breathing in all these particles. And after the time accumulation of these particles, definitely it's going to cause some problems to our lungs and our breathing. Yeah. So next, I would like Eddie to help me to play one video on the HEPA filter. Yeah, then I will continue after the video. And for the rest of you, if you have any questions, you can start to type in the chat. So myself and my team will come back to you after the presentation, yeah? Eddie, there's no sound, Eddie.
Atmosphere Sky Lab, Episode 1, HEPA Filter. In atmosphere sky, 9.6 meter HEPA filter is concentrated in this small space and is designed to filter particles as small as 0.0024 micrometers. Keeping in mind that ultrafine particles are measured starting at 2.5 micrometers, Sky can filter particles up to 1,000 times smaller than what we know as the so-called ultrafine particles. Let me make this easier. For this mark here, which is 2 meter in diameter, is equivalent to 1 ultrafine particle. Atmosphere Sky will filter particles the size of a grain of rice, which is 2 millimeters in diameter. Can you see the difference? The HEPA filter in atmosphere sky, which has become 3 times more precise, will free you from concerns about the smallest of contaminants. Just with quality of air, your life can change. Atmosphere sky. Atmosphere Sky Lab, Episode 2, Odor Filter. The odor filter in atmosphere sky is made up of activated carbon particles that come from coconut husks. The surface of these activated carbon particles come into contact with various airborne molecules to reduce odor, so the surface area of these activated particles is crucial to Sky's performance. Then, how big is the surface area covered by atmosphere sky's odor filter? The amount of activated carbon in the filter is approximately 1,350 grams. The surface area of activated carbon per gram is 1,150 square meters. So the total surface area adds up to 1.5 billion square meters. In terms of soccer fields measured at 105 by 70 meters, this is equal to the surface area of 205 soccer fields. Odor filter with such an impressive surface area is another secret behind the performance of atmosphere sky. Just with quality air, your life can change. Atmosphere sky. Atmosphere sky.
Okay, so next I would like to show you guys about some comparison of the air purifier. And then this is so easy to operate. So all you need to do is just to turn on and turn off, just one button on it. So to turn on, you just click on the on button, and this unit is turned on already. So usually this is how I operate. I put on speed 2, and then when I go into my room, I just turn on. The morning when I wake up, I will just click to turn off. That's all. So another way of using it is to click on the turbo button. So you can see this one is a turbo button. So turbo button, when you click on it, it will turn on for 30 minutes continuously at maximum speed. So this is where when I feel that my room is very stuffy, it's very dirty. So before I go into my room, I will click on the turbo button. It will turn on to maximum speed, and then it will operate for half an hour. And after that, it will go back to speed 2, right? So to open the unit is so simple. You just have to lift up this, this cover. And then now I will show you the 3 layer inside. So this is the 3 layer inside the air purifier. The first one is a pre-filter. So this pre-filter is only trapping all the big particles like the dust and if you have a pets with your hair follicles, it's all being trapped here. So this is the unit they use in my room, my bedroom. So you can see there are dust in it already. So after every 2 to 3 weeks, I will vacuum it. And this is the HEPA filter. So the brand new one is white in color. So this is, I think I used for 1 to 2 years already. And if you go nearer, you can see there are a lot of fine particles. Okay, and you can see the size and then the thickness. So later I will show you some comparison. And then this is the 3rd layer. 3rd layer is the we call this a carbon filter. So this one can absorb the odors and also some radioactive decays items, and also formaldehyde in our room. So this is a carbon filter, and you can notice the size and the weight of this carbon filter. So next, I would like to show you some comparison of the brand in the market. So it happened that yesterday I collected 3 units from competitor brand. So let's look at towards to my left first. So this is a Sharp air purifier. So there are a few different models in the market, but they operate at the same same concept. So look at the size comparison is about the same, but let's look at the comparison of the filter. So in this unit, they have 2 layers of filters on it. So number 1 is the HEPA filter. Number 2 is a carbon filter. So let's compare HEPA to HEPA. So can you see the differences? HEPA to HEPA. And look at the thickness. So just now, Eddie showed you a video. When we pull this out horizontally, this is 9.6 in meter. So I don't know how much this is, but this is a very thin layer. It's a very flimsy, very thin layer on it. And if you compare this one, the second one is the carbon to carbon. This one, Eddie also showed you. This is a 1.3 kilo in gram. If we open up these particles, it can cover 200 over football field. Whereas if you compare this one is not even 100 gram. So 1.3 kilo compared to not even 100 gram. So you can see the big differences. Yeah. So this is the reason why they are different in price. And let's look at another model here. So here I have a diamond from Singapore. This is a diamond model from Singapore. You can see the size is about the same, slightly smaller. So let me open up the unit to show you the filter. So if I open now, you can see this is a pre-filter, something like Amway. And then we also have this combined 2-in-1. This one is a HEPA, so behind is the carbon. But this is super light, super light. This is super, super light as compared to the unit here. So you can see the size is like 1/3 of the size. All right. And then I also have one, I don't know what brand is this. This is AK International. So the unit look big, bulky. So let's look at the filter inside. So again, the same technology, they have a HEPA, they have a carbon. So this is the HEPA. If you compare HEPA to HEPA, so can you see the differences? It's like half the thickness, but this is the size. Big difference. Okay? And then carbon to carbon. This carbon is a little bit more heavier as compared to the Sharp and also other brand. But if you see this and this, there is still a big difference. There is still differences. Okay, I would say this is maybe like 700-800 gram as compared to 1.3 kilogram from Amway. Yeah. Okay. So I will need to move myself back to continue. Why just now Eddie say he cannot see anything?
Huh?
So I can continue.
God.
Just now you didn't see anything.
The last comparison cannot see.
Oh,
but the first two, okay. Yeah, just the last one only.
Okay, yeah. Okay, no problem. You all should feedback earlier because I cannot see my screen. Okay, anyway, I would like to ask Eddie to share a little bit before I continue. Eddie, are you ready? So the reason why I asked Eddie to share is because he signed up in Amway in March last year because he is comparing about air purifier. And then after he make up his mind to buy Amway air purifier, within 60 days, he managed to hit 21% with air purifier sales. So I pass over to you, Eddie, to share your experience.
Okay. Thank you, Ming Tian, for giving me a chance to share with you all about my experience. Yeah, like Minken mentioned just now, actually, I've been looking for air purifier for around the market, just like Philips or any other brand in the market. Yeah, you know, when we go to the electric shop, right, they are selling like 300 over to few thousand, but we don't know which one to choose. So this is the point that we've been giving me to things that dragging for so long to look for an air purifier. Because if I think I can get 300 something, why should I spend so much to get more expensive products, right? But there's the truth that we don't know what the unit its ability, right? What contaminants can remove. Everything else is not proven, it's not stated clearly over there. So what makes me look into to get a atmosphere sky for 5,000 over, and I consider this the most expensive air purifier in the market currently. Okay, so because as a business owner for manufacturing, so I'm able to get the test report before I buy the units actually. So for a businessman, so I will normally look for the test report of the products, everything else, only I gain the confidence with the products. So with this units, actually I get the test report, everything else from Tanya, because I request for it. So from there, and she also share with me more information about the products and more details about it, and it really gains my confidence. So at the time of MCO, and I've been looking for the air purifier since so long, and I've been having issue with like skin irritations, and even I vacuum my bed with the rainbow vacuum, right? But it still doesn't help me. So after I get myself an air purifier and I bring it to the room and use for some time, and actually it really helps. Until today, I'm free for all the itchiness. And most importantly, I even feel that the air quality in my house, in my room, actually is getting better, because you know, Corinne actually has no sensitive, and she very itchy to like feel itchy and sneezing all the time. But after we use about the air purifier, actually it really helps, and she seems to be improved a lot. And now I think I didn't see she's sneezing currently. So yeah, this is why we gain all the confidence with the product and make us there to introduce to the people about it, because we know in current times a lot of people actually having all this type of insensitive or anything else. But we believe this product, since we use it and we feel the effectiveness of it, so definitely we can share with them and help them to overcome all this itchiness, everything else. So yeah, that is what we gain the confidence and that to invest in it. Okay, thank you for Ming Tian.
You didn't share about how you hit your 21% with the trade-in promotion.
Okay. So yeah, so it's like since I first bought that time, I don't get to enjoy the trade-in promotion, because during that time there's only PWP, but no trade-in promotion. But I still just dare myself to just invest on the products. But when I approach to the people that looks for it, I know since they think that this is really quite expensive, without the promotion, as a member price, it still cost 5,158, right? So how I help them to save from there if they don't have the existing air purifier, but they are really interested to get it. So at that time, actually, I just started the business as well also, and I didn't, as a businessman, I don't know, just came up all of a sudden, just came out of my mind. So I think that maybe I can grab some used unit for my customers, to anyone I know that they're looking for the air purifier. So from there, I help them to save for the trade-in program, right? So they can also enjoy the trade-in program. So actually, yeah, they just cover the air purifier that I bought from secondhand. Okay, so at least from there, they are not enjoying the 600, but they at least still have enjoying 400 over 500 ringgit. Yeah, that's quite save a lot as well. So from there, I get to promote the air purifier to a lot of people, and yeah, help them to save and help them to get a better life. And this also helped me and Corinne to achieve our 21% in the so short of time. So during this time, when it launched of the training program again, we are trying to fight for it again.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone also can enjoy this promotion.
Yeah. What was your income when you hit 21%?
Okay, I cannot listen from you.
Yeah. What was your income when you hit 21%? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I still cannot listen from you.
Hey.
Can actually we can hear you. I think Eddie audio there got a problem.
Eddie, can you hear me? Okay, never mind. Somebody help me to type that question in the chat for him to answer. Yeah, so I will continue. So this is what I show you guys just now. Amway compared to diamond. So you can see 3 layer compared to 3 layer. Yeah, and then you can see the thickness in size, the size. And then this is a carbon. And then the next one, this is a sharp. This is another model of sharp. It's not what I show you, but another model. So similar, when you open up, it has a 3 layer compared to 3 layer. HEPA, carbon. So this is carbon to carbon. You can see this is just a thin layer, 1 to 200 gram. This is 1.3 kilogram. So this is a HEPA to HEPA. And this is a Corway model. So this picture was taken by Eddie. Eddie helped one of her customer. This is Amway, this is Corway. So you can see also 3 layers compared to 3 layers. So size, compare side to side. You can see the thickness. This is the HEPA. This is the HEPA in Corway. This is carbon in Corway, carbon in Amway. So it's big difference. And if you happen to know about Cuckoo air purifier, so they claim that they have 6 layers of filters. So Amway only got 3 layers. Amway only got 3 layers, but Cuckoo got 6 layers. So I strongly encourage each and every one of you, when MCO is lifted, or you can encourage your customer to even go and touch Corway and Cuckoo filter. And when they come back to touch about Amway Sky filter, I will surely confirm that they will want to buy Atmosphere Sky because of the quality, because of the size of the filter. Okay, so the first one is Amway, second one is Corway, the third one is Cuckoo, as compared to their HEPA air purifier, HEPA filter, the size. Okay, and then this is a video to show you the comparison of the effectiveness. So for both units, we actually we put in the this is a dirty air, and you can see Corway, it takes some time to remove the dirty air. Whereas for Amway air purifier, the effectiveness is much better. It removes the dirty air immediately. All right, and this is one highlight that all of you should know. So Amway air purifier, the size of the HEPA is 0.0027. All the other brands I mentioned just now, Xiaomi, Cuckoo, Corway, Panasonic, Sharp, Diamond, they are also using HEPA filter. As long as your size is 0.3 micron, you are claimed to call HEPA filter. But Amway, we call true HEPA filter. The size is 100 times smaller than 0.3. So as you can see here, viruses are very small. So the ordinary 0.3 is unable to filter off viruses. But Amway true HEPA filter is able to filter off viruses. So if you see on this picture, I would say Amway is the only brand in Malaysia and in the world that are currently that can filter off coronavirus. So the size of coronavirus is 0.06, but the size of Amway HEPA filter is 0.0024. Okay? So it's 125 times smaller than the ordinary HEPA filter. So this is a scientific report that all of you can download, or I can send to you to have a look. 107 pages where Amway conducts studies in the lab to show you whatever that they can claim and how much is the effectiveness to remove the contaminants. So Amway HEPA filter is able to remove more than 300 hours contaminants. They are harmful to our body, including the viruses and bacteria. So you can see bacteria, the removal is 100%. And then we go down to spore, 100%. These are fungal, 100%. dust, pollens, 100%. And then we look at viruses. Like I mentioned to you, viruses are very small. So if we zoom into influenza virus, the size is 0.098, and coronavirus is about 0.06 to 0.11. So it's 100%. Okay, and then more important is also we have a third-party certification. So I will also encourage each and every one of you to go to the website yourself to play with it. So go to this allergyuk.org, and then you click on this link, product, and then you click on the filters. So,
Atmosphere Sky Lab, Episode 4, British Allergy Foundation.
So they will show you in this link, this is a third party of UK Allergy. It has a list out 26 models in the entire world that can help with allergy problems. And each and every one of the model, they tell you about their price, and they tell you the types of contaminants that they can remove. So out of the 26 models, the one and only one that can remove all different categories of contaminants is Amway A Purifier. Okay? So this is a summary. They have many different categories. So Amway Atmosphere is the only one that can remove all the contaminants. So if I am a consumer, if I am a customer, I buy a purifier because I have allergy to certain contaminant, which I don't know what I'm allergic to. So if I'm paying for money, I would rather pay for one that can filter many things. So that because I don't know what I'm allergic to. That's why if you approach one of your customer, they might be using this Sharp, or they might be using this Daikin, and then they tell you a purifier is useless. I have a few units at my home, but they don't help me with my problems. So you can tell them about this allergy thing, because maybe the unit that they are using doesn't remove what they are allergic to. But if they upgrade to Amway A Purifier, maybe our A Purifier can help them to solve their problems. Okay, and then finally, I would like to do some cost analysis to some of the major brands in the market. So our major competitor in Malaysia is Kuku and Colway. So this is a Colway model called Lombok 2. So it has a 3 different payment scheme. If you buy one shot, it's 3,110, or if you can pay by rental, it's 104 ringgit per month. So if you pay by outright purchase, 3,001, but the warranty only cover for 1 year. Every year you have to pay 566 for service and change filter. So the total cost for 5 years is about 5,364. And option 2, you have to rent every month for 3 years, and after 3 years, you can after 3 years collect back a purifier by Colway. Or option 3, rent to own. So you pay for 5 years for 104 ringgit, and I think this is the option that many people have paid. So the total cost is about 6,000 plus. And then this is a higher end model. You pay for more premium. So the total cost for outright purchase is 6,500. For rental is about 8,500 after 5 years. Whereas this is a Kuku. Kuku also have 3 to 4 different models. So if you compare, this is the price. So what I want to tell you is the price is about there lah. After 5 years, you are paying about 4,000 to 5,000 or 6,000 to own an air purifier. But as compared to these 3 models, Kuku, Colway, and Amway, Amway is definitely more superior. Amway has more features, more benefits, cover more contaminants. So, and our price is more pricey as compared to Colway and Kuku without the trade-in promotion. Okay, but now with the trade-in promotion, the price become very, very competitive. So there's no reason why we cannot beat Colway at this moment. So because of the trade-in promotion, our price becomes so much more competitive. So this is also about the electricity consumption. So for our air purifier, the consumption is very, very little. If you turn on at speed 2 for 8 hours a day, after 1 year, your electricity is about 5 to 6 ringgit. Let me repeat that again. If you turn on your air purifier for 8 hours every day, after 365 days, the electricity consumption is 5 to 6 ringgit per year. So it's almost negligible. Okay? And then lastly, let's compare about the maintenance. So whereby I promised to you just now, even a student who rent a room, they can afford to pay for a purifier. So the maintenance, remember I showed you about 3 filter. Pre-filter, you just have to vacuum or wash when it is dirty. You don't have to change it. HEPA filter, the lifespan will depend on the number of hours that you turn on, and also the speed that you turn on, and also on the environment. How dirty is the environment? So if you turn on for 8 to 10 hours at speed 2, it can last 4 to 5 years. For carbon filter, if you turn on for 8 to 10 hours at speed 2, it can last about 1 to 2 years. And this is the price. So in 10 years, because a good air purifier like Atmosphere Sky, you can use it for at least 10 years with no problems. And when you purchase it, Amway also give you 5.5 years warranty period. And we are the only one in the market currently giving you more than 5 years, 5 years warranty. So in 10 years, because when you buy, you already have 1 piece of HEPA, 1 piece of carbon. So in the next 10 years, you will need to change 1 piece of HEPA filter, which costs you 600 ringgit. And you will need to change 4 to 5 pieces of carbon filter, which will cost you 1,600 ringgit. So altogether in 10 years, this is what you need to pay for maintenance. You will have to pay for 2,200 in total 10 years. And if you break it down to 10 years, it will cost about 220 ringgit per year. And if you break it down to 365 days, that will cost you 60 cents per day to maintain a unit of air purifier. If you are somebody like me who are a father already, I am sleeping with my 3 children in the room. So I am paying 60 cents to give my family 5 people to have the best night sleep, to have the best quality of air to sleep, right? So this is where I say every one of you here is able to pay for the maintenance to maintain your Atmosphere Sky in the next 10 years, okay? But again, of course, to buy and own an air purifier is not cheap. So when something that is not cheap, I will encourage you to do your research, do your studies, and get the best one that can fit your need. So if you do all the comparison, all the study, you are definitely going to choose Amway air purifier. So there are 2 options for you to buy. Number 1, you buy at member price, 5,158 with the promotion, ongoing promotion. And what is in it for all of you to promote about this air purifier? When you promote 1 unit, you earn 10% directly already. So you sell at member price, your customers sign up as APC, they buy it at member price, they can pay for 12-month installment, and you as an introducer, you earn 10%. So your profit is 515.80 cents. Okay. Second option, you buy it at trade-in price, whereby the price that your customer is paying is 4,558. So you as an introducer, you earn the 10% as well, which is a 455 ringgit 80 cents. Okay. Option 1, 5158. You can use the promotion 29 ringgit 90 cents to get the gift of this UVC light 2-piece plus this cooker stock pot. So this is worth about 400 plus ringgit. Option 2 is where I want to focus on for tonight. For all of you to leverage on, this is how Eddie get his 21% done, because he is helping his customer to save money, and for him, he get his sales. So it's a win-win situation. I am helping my customer to save money while I getting my sales. For me, I don't lose anything. It's the same. I still get my sales, right? So member price is 5158. If your customer, if your prospect have the trade-in unit, they can buy it at 4558. Okay, and then for you, you are going to get the 10%, which is 455.8. So if you are buying for your own family members, then of course you can buy with APC account, and your total price to pay is only 4,102 ringgit. Yeah, and then if you don't have an X-brand unit, we can help you to get an X-brand at about 180 to 200 ringgit. So your prospect can save up to at least 400 extra. So you will have to pay for this top-up amount. I can help you to look for it. So it's important for you to go and promote about it. And if you manage to get one, you get contact to me. I can help you to get one. So currently, I have 4 on my hand. So I just started to get it yesterday only. I have 4 on my hand already. X-brand unit. Okay, and then I would like to share about this to end. So Amway Malaysia since March until now have donated more than 250 atmosphere air purifier to the local government hospitals, because we know that these air purifier actually are helping to the spread of the viruses. Okay, and this is Amway air purifier in Singapore hospital. This is in Thailand hospital. This is in PPUM, Pete's ward. This is in Kepong Chinese Medical Center. This is in an international school in Sabah. This is in a cafe. This is in a screening center. So as business owner, we also want to protect our customer. Let's say if you know somebody who own a cafe, you know somebody who own a kindergarten, you know somebody who own a tuition center, they also want to protect their students. They also want to protect their employees. They also want to protect themselves. So this is an opportunity for all of us. Because if you don't approach them, they are also going to look for one from outside brand. Okay? And everybody know who is he. So this is Dato' Lee Chong Wei. So a few years ago, he was diagnosed with nose cancer. So somebody like him who have the money and all the resources, he will definitely want to get the best one that can help with his condition. So he chose Atmosphere Sky. Okay, so my final message for all of you, if you want to get the best one, get a proven one, get the only one that can filter off coronavirus, so which is Atmosphere Sky, and get it this month, because we can help you to save the most money this month. Okay. So before I end, I would also like to call Leslie to share about some testimonial of how he actually used Atmosphere Sky to help him in his business. And he's going to share with us some effective tips in retailing Amway Atmosphere Sky. So over to you, Leslie.
Okay, thank you, Ming Qian. Thank you, Ming Qian, for the opportunity to share my testimonial. Hi, everyone. My name is Leslie. Okay, so as when I just started joining the business itself, okay, Ming Qian, she actually told me that we have to spend some money to actually invest in the business, right? So back then, okay, I sort of misunderstood what he said, so I spent a lot of money. Okay, I think about 7,000 right ringgit to actually buy some products and including the Atmosphere right back then. Okay, so yeah, but well, you know, things happen for a reason. So when I use the Atmosphere itself, right, surprisingly, you know, my family's living standard improved, because my family actually have a history of nose sensitivity. My dad has very, very bad sinus, my younger sister as well. For me itself, I have a mild nose sensitivity, right? My eye is pretty sensitive, as well as I have a mild eczema. So, you know, well, for someone who has this kind of so-called issues, you know, when you wake up in the morning and there's dust around you and so on, okay, my eyes will start to itch, right, start to be watery. You know, sometimes I will sneeze, right, and also the eczema will actually start to inflame and it's very itchy. It's not pleasant. Okay, so after we use the Atmosphere itself, we find that these symptoms, right, actually are greatly reduced, or sometimes, you know, you totally don't feel it, right, which is great. You see, yeah. So I use it already, and by the 4th month itself, okay, Ming Tian actually encouraged me to, you know, have a house party, right, and fortunately itself, I have a pretty big family, right. My cousins, they are quite a number of cousins, so you know, Ming Tian and Ming Tian helped me to go for the house party, and we shared about the Atmosphere as well as the e-spring. And in that session itself, 2 hours itself, we actually sold about 7 sets, right? 7 sets of e-spring plus Atmosphere together. So in that 2 hours itself, I already got 1.5 months worth of 21%. See, so that is crazy. That is a lot. Okay, yeah. So that's when I actually gained confidence. Actually, everyone needs the amplifier. Everyone needs, you know, all these things, right? Even though it's expensive, but people who can see that value, you know, they will invest because they know that their family's living standard is much more important, right, than the mere few thousand ringgit that they actually pay out. And all these things you can use it for a lot of many years. So what are the selling tips that I can actually share with you now? Personally itself, although I've sold a lot more eSpring than Atmosphere, right? But in this recent 1-2 years, right? Okay, I actually love to share more about Atmosphere, because I find that, right, in a household, people may get one or maybe at most 2 eSpring from you in one household, right? But for an Atmosphere itself, they can get multiple. You see, if they have 5 rooms, you can encourage them to get 5 to 7 atmospheres, right? Maybe not at one shot, right? But when they tried the first one, they'll get for a lot of their rooms already. You see, yeah, but eSpring probably not so much. Okay, yeah. So what happens is that we can always make it very cost friendly for our friends to actually invest in the atmosphere. So what I normally do is this, yeah. I will like what Ming Tian said, I would share the whole atmosphere thing with you. I'll break down the cost to them. It's only a mere 60 cents per day. If you're talking about the maintenance, if you include the atmosphere itself, it's only 1 ringgit and 83 cents per day, and it's very budget friendly. I feel, right? If you talk about cost of ownership for 10 years now. So if to sweeten the deal itself, okay, then I will encourage them to get 2 units, right? Because previously we did the APC, right? So everyone's an ABO. So when they get 2 units itself, instead of getting 6%, they get 9% for each unit over there. And that is already 500 ringgit for each unit, right? Which is actually a lot of money. So when they get 2 units itself, okay, then they can save 1,000 ringgit. You see? Yeah. So it's either they get for themselves 2 units, or they get one for themselves, one for their parents-in-law, parents, or whatever, or they get 1 unit and then they recommend another friend to get. You see? Yeah. So through all these referrals, right, we can actually sell quite a number of the big ticket items like the Atmosphere Sky. Yeah. Then I give one more testimonial. Okay, this one I think is it's great, and it gave me quite a big confidence boost as well. So I have this customer, right? He's a doctor in Pantai Hospital Klang. Okay, he's a pediatrician in Pantai Hospital Klang. So one day he contacted me. He said, "Hey, are you still selling the Amway air purifier?" I said, "Yes." Then he asked, so which one is it right now? I said, "Oh, this one we just launched not long ago. The Atmosphere Sky is a 3rd generation." He said, "Okay, so I want 1 unit." So it's like, before I actually present to him, he just said he want 1 unit. Then I was like a bit puzzled. Hey, why so what we call song pai? Okay, why so quick to make the decision? He said, "Oh, because in my clinic itself, right, I'm actually using the 1st generation Amway air treatment system. Okay, yeah, and now because the Amway air treatment system, right, they already discontinued for more than 10 years, so he couldn't get the filter anymore. Okay, then he decided to get an upgraded model from Amway itself. You see, yeah, he said that, as a pediatrician, when the kids come in, they are a bit sick, right? So sometimes they vomit and all things. The smell is really terrible, right? And it needs to and he needs to actually clear up the smell very quickly. And he has tried many brands like Sharp. He said Colway also he tried, right? But Amway's air treatment system, right, is the one that can clear up, right, the fastest, as well as really totally no smell. You see, so without considering anything, yeah, he said, "Okay, you give me 1 unit of the Atmosphere Sky." Right, so because he has the air treatment system, so I collect from him and I trade in for him, so he got like 1,000 ringgit less, right? Which also greatly saved his thing. But what I did was, right, because he got 1,000 ringgit less, right? I tell him lah, okay, why don't you get the HEPA filter, right, and the carbon filter straight away? Since you got you got this extra money, right? You just get it first, so in case you want to change, right? Because your one, I think you have to change it very frequently, right? So he got it together, and then that's when he actually spent 5,000 something lah, right? Instead of the discounted on 4,000 something. Yeah. So okay, this one actually gave me quite a number, quite a confidence boost, because people of authority, he use it every single day, right? And he would just get it, at the blink of an eye, because he know the value of it. All right, so I wish everyone here, right? All the best in your journey to sell Atmosphere Sky, right? And this month itself is really, really a great month to actually promote because of the trade-in program. All right, so I pass the time back to Ming Qian.
Yeah, thank you so much, Leslie. And I know many of you who have these questions whereby you approach some customers or some prospect. They are already on contract with Corway. So how can we help them to switch to Amway? So the first thing that you need to find out for both water filter and air purifier is whether they are still on contract with the company or not, with Corway company. Because they are paying on two things. Number one is contract, number two is the renter. So if the contract is over already and they are still paying for renter, they can actually just cut off the contract, and then the Corway company will go back to collect back the unit. And then they can straight away buy from you already. Or for some people who already finished the contract and they are finished paying the renter, they own the unit, then they can also change into Amway unit. But the number three case is somebody who are still paying for contract, under the contract, and paying for renter. So these are a more difficult case, because if they cancel the contract, they will have to pay a certain amount, penalty fees back to the company. So it depends on how much the amount, whether they are willing to pay up the amount or not. For somebody like Eddie, he's a business owner. He is willing to pay the penalty fees for Corway to come back to take the filter, and he changed into the Amway filter. Yeah. So is there any questions that I can help you guys to understand or to answer? So if you have, you can list down or you can unmute yourself. And maybe I will just also ask Tanya and Terence just to say a few words about how you guys promote on the social media to get the attention and to get people come back to ask you about it, and how you started to share and how you see this as an opportunity to promote about air purifier now. Ken?
Okay. Yeah. Hi everyone. Thanks, Ming Qian. We are caught off guard, but okay. Good question. I guess it's very relatable because like for us, we actually leverage a lot on social media to share about Atmosphere Sky. And I would say now is a very good time because I believe that most of our sales, it didn't happen overnight. It's actually through a process whereby you actually share consistently. You share about your experience using it. So first and foremost is I would encourage that you must first be a user lah. And if you do not have it, you can probably pinjam from it from your upline, just to experience it and know how it works. How is it better compared to the rest? I think Ming Qian did a very good sharing, the comparison. And I would say, first, you need to know your stuff. You need to know how is it superior compared to other brands in the market, so that when people ask you, you can actually answer and tell them. And then you share your personal experience of using it, right? So for us, it is because I have a very bad sinus issue. I have very bad morning sinus issue. So it really worked for me, right? I can see tremendous difference in the sense that I will not have watery nose, blocked nose, and I won't wake up needing to, wrap wontons. That was actually what I struggled with for many years. And I thought it's normal. It's like, yeah, it's a morning sinus, I get it lah. But little did I know there's actually something that can really help me to improve this situation. Once I actually decided to invest in it, and I saw tremendous, difference, then it gave my confidence to actually promote the products, because I know it really works for people. So I mean, you share, you can create stories on how you use the product and how has it benefited you, what you love about the product. I think most importantly is what you love about the product. You genuinely share your experience, and then and people are watching it actually, whether you know it or not. People are watching. When the time is right, the people come and ask you. And this is actually a progressive effort that you have been doing for the, I'm sure you have been doing for the past months. And so right now, it's your time to shine. You shout out to them and say, hey, right now we have this trade-in promotion where I can actually help you save. If you have been eyeing on this, you've been wanting to try, now this is the best time, because I can help you save X amount of money, up to 1,000 ringgit, right? So this is, I would say, the only time of the year whereby you can actually get it at a much cheaper price, because Amway products are always at fixed price. You know, for so many years, it's always at fixed price. It never goes cheaper, right? So this is the only opportunity you can get it cheaper because of the trade-in. You know, it's a trade-in. Yeah, so that's why you can actually enjoy it at a cheaper price. So yeah, very excited for this month, and I hope that you guys will take advantage of this promotion and help those people out there who are in need of this. You know, a lot of people actually need this. I can tell you, a lot of people have sensitive issue, skin issues, nose issue. You know, so when you do your stories and whatnot, you can ask questions like this. Are you experiencing morning sinus? Do you wake up with watery nose, watery eyes? Do you constantly, you know, itch around in your bedroom especially? You can ask questions like this to prompt them to think like, hey, I'm also experiencing all these kind of symptoms, right? Help them to understand they actually have all these kind of symptoms. And it's a problem and it can be solved. It works. This can actually really help them. Yeah, so that's from me. Anything else? Yeah, I think that's all. If you guys have any questions for us, just leave it on the comments below. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Tanya. So we just have to be higher antenna. If you notice somebody who are moving house or they're having some issues with their health, on their breathing system, asthma, allergy. So this is where we can approach them proactively to ask them, and let them know that you are selling a purifier, and perhaps you can go over to show them some comparison or over online, whereby you can give them some information and knowledge for them to choose the right unit. Yeah. Yeah, so is there any question from any one of you? If not, then I will call it an end.
Min Tian, I got one tipsy to share.
Yeah, sure. Priscilla, over to you then.
I'm having my mask now like hantu. Okay. I just reached home. I got one script that helped me to sell quite a number or get at least some referrals last September. No, I got haze the time before COVID. I kind of spam this message. Okay, when you spam people, but do it wisely lah. What I asked them was asking them for referrals. Hey, do you know someone who is looking for an air purifier? Because I'm trying to arrange a group buy and I can help them save about 2,000 over ringgit. So you calculate the difference from retail to member price, you include the performance bonus, you include your APC, whatever, plus minus 20 ringgit sign up, blah, blah, blah. You calculate that whole difference. But the thing that catch people's attention is, hey, I'm arranging group buy and can help them save 2,000, I think 47 or something at that point, on a brand new unit. So all these people, right, they might be curious themselves. They will not straight say, hey, tell me more. They say, you let me know more first lah. Then if I got my friend interested, then actually they're interested one. So this is how you can get them to reply. Because if you just spam them some pictures, you spam them a promotion, 95% of the time people won't reply you one. But if you're like, hey, how you doing? Hey, can I ask you for if you know anyone who's moving house or you know anyone who has these issues? Because I'm trying to arrange for group buy. Then if you buy more, then we can get a bigger discount, which is true, ma. Because you kind of take a chunk from your performance bonus, and then if you want to divide out and whatnot lah. So you do the calculations, and this is one way of approaching prospects rather than just spamming them promotion. Okay, that's all.
Don't forget to mask. I think it's so useful and so relevant that we all should try it. Yeah, so it's not to ask you to minus off your 21% or 15% bonus to offer to your customer, but whereby you're actually showing the retail price as compared to the trade-in price. So you can basically save about 2,000 from there, and which is a true price. Yeah. So anyone else want to add anything? Yeah. If not, then perhaps I just want to take a photo with you guys. If you are convenient to turn on your photo, let's
video?
Just take a.
Can you please turn on your video? Let's take.
Yeah, just take a
nice
photo for me to end.
Hi. Actually, all of you look good. Why didn't you all turn on your video just now? Yeah, Priya, you have wet. Is that sweat or what? Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. See you guys. Okay.
See you guys.
If you have any issues, any challenges, any questions, do check back with all your 21% leaders or or Hui Yin and I directly. Okay, see you.
All right, see you
Good
guys.
night. Good night. Bye
Good
bye.
night. All right, don't forget to mask.